Welcome back to the channel and to another video. In this video we're going to have a quick look at the Mk1 MR2, which is the first generation Toyota MR2 and it's from the 1980s. This specific car is in 1989, as you can see from the registration. It's a G-Reg and you'd think we're in Spain, but we're actually in sunny Scotland. And we'll start this video just by doing a quick overview of the exterior of the car. So just coming to the front, you can see the pop-up headlights, which are really cool, and you can also see the emblem isn't a Toyota emblem. They had this one specifically for the MR2 at the time. And this car here is a Mk1b. So you had the Mk1a, then you have this one which is slightly facelifted, so you'll see subtle differences between the two. It's got the teardrop alloy wheels, and the first thing, or something a lot of you would have noticed, is there's no roof. So this is actually the T-bar, which means the roof is removable, and on days like this it's absolutely amazing. And if you're buying one of these cars, I would recommend getting the T-bar. Coming round here, you'll see my car needs a bit of work. The previous owner started repairing this and he's just got some white paint on it, so that will need sorted. Coming around to the back, one owner at one point in time has put a brake light here, and I don't think that's factory standard. And at the back you can see these stickers, twin cam 16, because it's a twin cam engine. And again, you've got these quite cool lights for the number plate, and you've got the iconic visor at the back which says Toyota. And you've also got the MR2 mud flaps, which are pretty cool as well. And that's pretty much the exterior. It looks really cool from the back. Since it's from the 80s, it's quite boxy compared to the second generation MR2, which is quite curvy. And something to notice as well is on this side you can see this vent here. If I go around to the other side, there's actually no vent there, and that is a functional vent which gives a cold air feed straight into the air filter. So I'll show you that when we look at the engine. So I'm going to start by opening the front of the car. So let me open the front. To open the front trunk, you pull this here. So that should be open now. And just to show you what's in here, just to show you under here, you can see there's a strut brace there, and this comes on all of the T-bar models, because with the T-bar you do lose some structural rigidity, so Toyota added that in. I actually thought that someone had added that to this car as a mod, but I realised it comes on all of the T-bars. And you can actually fit a lot in here. I've got the double air mattress, a sleeping bag and a few other things. You've got a full size spare wheel and a jack in case you do need to change one of the tyres. And that's about it from the front. You can obviously top up your windscreen washer here, washer fluid here, and you've got your brake fluid there as well. To open the engine, there's a lever here, so that will open the engine. And we'll just open that up there, so you can see the twin cam 16 engine. And honestly, this engine's incredible. It's the same unit in the AE86, and it's I think that's what really makes this car. It's such a characterful engine, and you see the whole T-Viz system here as well. And one of the previous owners has put some vents in there, I'm guessing to try and get more cold air to the filter, but I'm speculative if that actually is doing anything. And there's another one here which is running to the fan. I have felt the end of that when the fan's on and it's not doing anything, so I'll probably take these out. Another touch from one of the previous owners is they've put a battery isolator there, which is quite handy if you're not driving the car or it's a weekend car. And they've also put this here that collects some water and sends it through a hose pipe, so you can imagine if this is closed and water's going in there, it's just going to drain straight through there and straight through that hose pipe. And none of this is from factory, someone's added it. One of the owners at one point in time has added it. But you can see the engine's really small and it fits in that kind of right hand corner. You've got the HT leads distributor at the back as well, and it looks like there's quite a lot of space to work on things. And you can also rev the car from the choke here as well, if you want. So that's the engine there. Coolant goes in here, and I think that's everything. I'll also point out that's where the cold air comes in through the feed on the right hand side of the car. From factory that would have been connected up, and your air filter would have been in a wee compartment in the boot. So that's the engine bay, and let's go to the interior. Okay, looking at the interior of the car, it's like a fighter plane in here. You've got this coming over, and then you've got the instrument dials to put the pop-ups on. That's just through this switch here. So pop-ups go up, pop-ups go down. You've got your for the rear, for the kind of like rear there, you've got that demister indicator on the right side because it's Japanese. And this is your wipers. What else have you got? Show you this in here. You've got voltage for the battery, which is always good, so you always know your alternator's working. You've got a fuel gauge, and you've got oil pressure, which is also nice. And then you've got the water temperature. And this engine revs all the way up to 9,000, but you wouldn't want to go near there because the red line's starting about 7.5. So I wouldn't recommend taking it into there, this being an old car and on 140,000 miles, because you don't want to blow your engine like Himi did in Initial D, because it's the same engine, that he was driving, because he was driving the AE86. Again, the steering wheel, and again, there's not many airbags in here because safety regulation in the 80s didn't really exist, so no side airbags, no airbag here, no airbag there. I don't even know if this car has any airbags at all, but apart from it being a safety factor, the good thing is that these are very thin and your visibility's amazing. I've been playing around with different radios, that's why I don't have the trim on just now, but this is all the HVAC controls. And it's nice because you've got all the LED lights, which a lot of cars, a lot newer than this, don't have. And yeah, going to this side, you've got window switch for the passenger, window lock for the passenger, door lock, and the window for the driver. And something I really like about this car are the vents. So you can see some of the vents there, one there and one there. But see, when you've got the roof off and you've got the windows down, if it's chilly and in the evening, the driver's also got some down here and on the right side as well. So the driver will be nice and warm, the passenger won't be as warm. And the last thing I'm going to show you before we go on a road test is the T-bar, how it goes on and off. The T-bar lives behind the seats, so lift this forward, you can see the glass there. So that's the T-bar there. It fits in quite snugly and it fits the shape, and you've got some straps if you want to strap it in also. So I'll show you how it goes on the car just now. So lifting the T-bar up, here it is. You can see those metal prongs. Those metal prongs slide into these holes here and hold it onto the car. So I'll show you how quickly and easy it is to put the T-bar on. You just literally slide it on, make sure it's lined up. So slide it on, make sure it's lined up, push this, which will send a prong through there, and that's the T-bar on the car. And to remove it, there's a button in there, you press that and then you pull, it's off, whole thing lifts off like that, and then you can store it behind the seats. Okay, let's give the car a start and give it a few revs. You can see the oil pressure gauge filling up now. can also see the voltage, just a few revs. So we're on the road now and we're going to do a quick road test of the Mk1, and the roads are beautiful here in Scotland. So second gear, with this car 4AG you need to keep the revs up, so let's floor it in second. Takes a while to get going, then you get the revs. Well, once you've got the revs, that's where the 4AG comes alive, because it's only about 112 horsepower I think, and it's 0 to 60 sub 9 seconds, so it's really a momentum car where you want to get the revs up and enjoy it. But I'll say this, because the car's so light, it's enough power for roads like this, and it's honestly so much fun. You can just plant it through everything, but you can also heel and toe nicely in this car. So like say I'm braking, you can give it a wee, I blipped it a bit too much there, but the 4AG is so responsive, heel and toe is very nice. So flooring in third, even third gear is really nice in this car as well, and it sounds amazing. It is a really fun car. Third gear. The 4AG just sings. It loves revs. Honestly, it loves revs. Loves to rev out. Heel and toe it down to second. Going to third. And on these roads, it is so much fun to drive. Yeah, but that's kind of a quick road test. I'd say overall, handling's amazing. The 4AG engine is so much fun. Of course, on the motorway, you're going to feel a complete lack of power, but around town the car's alright, and on these roads, it's so much fun because you just get the revs up. And handling-wise, since it's a kind of short wheelbase and it's mid-engined, it's so much grip. It just darts through all of the corners. So I don't know what more to say as well, but it's a really fun car to drive.